Let's start the program with a short prayer.
Let us put ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Lord, may your goodness and love be present amongst us today. Come bless our gathering with unity, hope, and vision. Lord, we pray for unity. Build in us all a deep respect for one another, so that your church may be one. Lord, we pray for hope. Come stir your hope within our hearts and renew our faith. Lord, we pray for vision. May your vision fill our lives as we seek to reveal your love. We ask all this in the glorious name of Jesus. Amen.
Please welcome your host for today, Ark One Marketing Head, 𝗜𝗡𝗙𝗏𝗏.
Maayong hapon, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. I am Phila from the Marketing Department, your host for today. So in behalf of Ark One, we thank you for finding time to join us in today's SAP Business One support webinar on inventory management. So it's 2024, a new year to start fresh. We've been together for most of us here, huh? So happy anniversary. We've been together for 1 year already. So from the start, Ark One is committed to hold events such as trainings like this to share new innovations and what's new in the market. So that's together with our account managers, support team, delivery team are here to assist you because here in Ark One, we've always got you covered. So we have set protocols to ensure smooth communications and interaction among participants. To represent your company, please type in what company are you from so that we will know, okay, and also your name. And please type in your questions to be addressed later on during our live Q&A. And please mute your microphones and let's keep the energy positive and engaging. So now, without further ado, let me call on our always on the go CEO to share some good news about Ark One and SAP Business One, Mr. Erwin Padrique. Hi, sir.
Hi, Tila. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Maayong hapon sa inyong tanan. As always, I'm very excited to be here with you today. Dahil it's only through this platform that we get to see and meet more faces together. And most of all, ito rin yung avenue wherein we get to hear from one another through the comments and feedback. Regardless whether it's your first time or many times that you've been attending our webinar, we welcome you to our first webinar for 2024. Our first webinar is very interesting, and of course, it's equally important and relevant to our businesses today. Our agenda would be as follows. Una, we would be sharing some innovations of SAP. And then second, we would be covering the inventory management module of SAP. And last, of course, we would be providing you some technical updates. And more importantly, on these technical updates, I would encourage you to listen about the value-added services we provide to you, our customers. So this would be the server health check, the remote support platform, which would be explained in more details later on. And please don't forget that we are always accessible through our help desk portal. Again, each of these topics would be covered by our experts. And lastly, I would like to remind everyone that Ark One is not just an SAP partner. We are, first and foremost, a solutions provider. We don't just provide world-class business applications like SAP, HRIS, or CRM, but more importantly, we help design, build, and secure infrastructure for your network and business applications. So, just a bit of a trivia. Let's try to understand, what do you think is the most important or most precious resource of an organization, apart from the human resources, of course? Sige nga, tignan natin. Well, I guess most of you would answer that probably isa sa pinaka-importanting resource ng organization would be our data. Yes, data is very important because through the data, we make our important decisions or our business intelligence. And speaking of data, are we all aware how secure our data is? So, another question probably na we would have to think also related to data is, how secure is our infrastructure? Well, why did I talk about infrastructure? Kasi our data inside SAP would traverse through the infrastructure. So it can be in motion or it can be at rest. Pero more importantly, we have to make sure that our data is always secure. So if this topic about data security or uh, data data privacy, I suggest you speak with our account managers. They would be very happy to sit down with you about this. Again, I would like to thank you for being in this session today. I am 𝗚𝗏𝗘𝗏𝗡𝗏, making sure that in Ark One, we've got you covered. Over to you, Fila.
Okay, so thank you, Sir Erwin. So that's our We Arc One of showing how truly grateful we are to all our existing customers. So I would like to say hi to Echo Shift team, Philstar Daily, LTH, EPI, Gamma Foods, Global Home, BTI, from Miesto, from Astro, so from Virginia. So thank you so much. Hindi ko na maisa-isa, but thank you so much everyone for joining us. And now for our first speaker, she is a certified public accountant with 7 years in the IT consulting industry. So let's all give a warm of virtual applause to Miss Isa Sandra Baguio. Hi, Is.
Hi, Phila. Thank you for your wonderful introduction. Okay. Okay, so welcome to the discussion on the SAP B1 roadmap for 2024. In the 2024 roadmap, SAP aims to deliver significant updates and improvements to B1, focusing on various aspects such as innovation and user experience. So additionally, for today's session, we will explore SAP's commitment to simplicity and ease of use, as well as the efforts to leverage emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence and machine learning to provide advanced insights and automation capabilities. Let us all explore how these upcoming enhancements can empower your business to thrive and success in today's competitive landscape. Okay, so with that, we have here the vision of SAP Business One, which is to help the world run. Wait. Help the world run and better improve the lives and improve people's lives. Am I taking the control or someone's in control? Okay. Okay. So for the SAP Business One roadmap, it is divided into three. So we have the recent innovation, the planned innovation, and then the product direction. So there are hearsays na parang mawawala na later on si SAP Business One. But the truth is, this SAP Business One is continuously innovating. So here are some of the recent innovations of SAP Business One. So have you heard, I guess everyone is aware now of the web client. So this is a web access wherein meron siyang mga analytics and then purchasing services and inventory. So we've all know the most of the wish list of the current SAP users, specifically for SQL, yung HANA, they have this analytics already. But for the SQL is yung analytics and then the graphs, with web client, ito yung dinedevelop ni SAP B1 at dinedevelop pa talaga niya, though it's already existing, but it is continuously developing. So you can use the web client if you want to have the analytics functionality. And then we also have here the continuous innovation based on market feedback. So the system or SAP, hindi lang siya nagfo-focus dun sa mga developers na mga proposal, but also dun sa mga users na mga concerns. So an example of this is I'm not sure if you're familiar with the 9 point something version, yung mga reference documents. So you cannot reference or directly reference a purchasing document to order to cash document. So for example, is the AR invoice and then the AP invoice or the purchase order. So with 10.0 version, they have this improvement na reference document wherein dun sa mismong tab ng AR or any other marketing documents like SO pa lang and then sa delivery, you can tag or you can reference and purchasing document from the order to cash document. So for example, yung sales order, you want to connect it with the purchase order or you want to connect it directly with the AP invoice, then you can do that. So you just have to click the reference. So that's one of the few innovations of SAP based on market feedback. Okay? So, aside from that, there are lots. So, as long as na-raise lang siya through your partners, i-raise siya ni SAP B1 and they think na it's really helpful, then they can upgrade that as well. So that's also included in the product direction, continuous innovation based on market feedback. So SAP B1 hears you. Kung ano yung mga concerns nyo, naririnig po nila. So they are continuously innovating that. And then another one is the SAP build process automation. So later, I will be showing you a video how it works. So siguro maraming ma-excite because most of us or most of the users, they need developers para mag-develop ng mga specific functionality na outside ni SAP B1 because as we all know, the system is designed to fit all industry. But to customize that, you need parang another add-on or module. So with SAP build process, so it will help you easily develop another module na naka-connect na siya to SAP Business One. And then we also have here sa recent innovations is yung mga Microsoft integration and then hindi din maiiwan yung mga mobile accessibility po natin. So I'm not sure if someone from the audience ay gumagamit na ng mobile application ni SAP B1, which is really good kasi like if it's inconvenient for you to bring your laptop or nasa biyahe kayo, then you can easily access SAP B1 through your mobile phones. Okay, and then we also have here for the product direction. So we have here the analytics and then for the accountants here in the audience. So we have here the IFRS compliance. So SAP is also making sure na naka-align yung mga IFRS na mga rulings sa system po natin. Yan. And then we also have here the predictive, pervasive, and scalable built-in contents. And then the mobile. So mobile, hindi matatapos yung innovation for the mobile access. And then we also have here yung mga cloud. So for SAP Business One, they are focusing on AI and machine learning. So just imagine na hindi lang pala sa mga mobile phones or pwedeng tanungin yung mga artificial intelligence, si ChatGPT for example, but you can make use of it through SAP Business One. So I've seen one. So an example of that would be if you want to have a report and then hindi ka marunong mag-query, so it will be hard for you to, you just have to inform your IT na magpa-query and then get the report from the IT. Or if marunong ka din namang mag-query, then you can do it by yourself. But you just have to go to query generator and then click or know the table. So, di ba, medyo mahirap siya. But with the AI and machine learning, so ang nakita ko is you just have to ask, just like the chat GPT. So you just have to type like create a report for the movement of this item, and then automatically the transaction for that item will be generated. And another example is the creation of sales order. So medyo nakakatamad siya pag may AI, but it's really convenient for all the users. So another example is yung sales order. You just have to type create sales order. So for example, like if wala ka sa office and then naka-mobile ka lang, so you just have to type in create sales order, and then automatically, as long as all the details that the sales order has to have, dapat nandun lang siya. So dapat i-add mo na siya. So na-add siya if ever there is a complete details na tinype mo dun sa artificial intelligence. So if ever incomplete naman siya, then the system will ask for another details. And then the another is yung technology, SAP Business Technology Platform, or SAP BTP Cloud Services. So this is very helpful, especially sa mga developers, kasi in terms of integration, mas mabilis na yung integration nila from one application to SAP Business One. So that's the goal of SAP Business Technology Platform, or SAP BTP. And then also yung pinaka wish list ng everybody, especially for those using SQL, is yung mga analytics, which is currently ongoing yung development. And then again, the mobile technologies. So hindi mawawala yung mobile technologies. Okay. And then for SAP Business One solution, so for you to understand how it works, so we have here SAP HANA DB and then the SQL, and these are the core functionalities. So we have here the transactions, SAP Business One core. So we have the order to cash, purchasing transactions, inventory. And then if you want to generate a report, so you should pass this SDK service layer and then the integration framework as well. So dito humuhugot ng data in order to create analytics and reporting, and then efficient business processing, industry solutions extension. So for example, those who are using WMS right now, if you want to integrate that with your SAP B1, then we can do that through this service layer integration framework, or SDK. And then you also have the business network field service, and then the AI and machine learning, and then also the SAP build. So for you to understand more on the SAP build, so we have here, you need to compose an application, so compose app, and then automate process, and then design business site. So yung center will be the SAP B1 na database nyo. So you can build applications, di naman siya outside, but inside pa din siya ng SAP Business One, but like para siyang another table dun sa SAP Business One. So you can create, for example, yung mga access ng mga sales employee, or yung mga access ng mga delivery personnel if you're in retail. So pwede nilang i-access yon, and then input the data and then feed it to SAP Business One. Let me share you a quick video lang para ma-understand and ma-fully appreciate nyo yung SAP build. Okay. Sure. Glenn, can you help me play the video? Okay, wait, there's technical concerns here. Okay, the video isn't playing. All right. So, since the video will not play, there's a technical concern here. Let me just show you an example again of the SAP build. So again, you can create another application inside SAP B1. So an example of that will be, so your example would be, you want to have your access for your loyal customers so that they can already create the order and then feed it to SAP Business One. So with that, you can create a module that is specifically for your customers. Then they just have to input the data there, input the data as well as their orders, and then after encoding the data, it will be fed automatically to the sales order. Or another example is for the purchase order, or you want to purchase a specific item, and then you have several suppliers. So your suppliers or your prospect suppliers will just have to access a specific module, not really inside SAP Business One, but that's an extension of SAP Business One. And then they just have to input the details and then do the bidding and then input the price, then submit it, and then it will be fed as purchase quotation through SAP Business One. So that's how SAP build works. So there's no need for you for a developer, because it's more on a drag and drop function. So drag and drop lang siya, just like yung drag and drop natin sa SAP Business One. All right. Okay, so that's SAP build. And then for SAP Business One releases and related products, so this is the roadmap. So we have here until 2027 or until forever yung mga developments ni SAP Business One. So continuous enhancement through version 10 feature packages and support packages. And then also, hindi nila papabayaan yung cloud, continuous enhancement for SAP Business One Cloud. And then the web client also, because I guess that's the direction of SAP Business One, for everyone to use the web client, since it's more modern, and then mas marami siyang functionalities, like again, yung analytics na hindi nyo nakukuha through SQL or through ordinary web browser. And then we also have the mobile application. So continuous enhancement for all mobile application, so that anytime, anywhere, they can encode or enter transactions through their mobile app. This is specifically helpful for those who are on the go, like yung mga sales employee natin. They just have to input their sales quotation and have it approved. Kasi usually, if wala siyang mobile application, maghanap pa siya ng signal, then input, so it will take time. So with the use of the mobile application, the web client, the cloud, so everything will be easy na for all the users. All right, so I guess that's it for the SAP B1 roadmap. Thank you. Thank you for the first topic, and then let's move on dun sa pinaka-highlight ng discussion natin for this afternoon, which is the navigational training for inventory management. All right. I hope hindi pa kayo masyadong bored. Okay. Sige. So for inventory, we will start with the item group. Initially, the setup for inventory, we just have to create an item group for a specific inventory. So the item groups is used to manage large number of items. So ang importance ng item group is to generate a report na per group, per item. So for example, if you have trade items, if you have non-trade items, if you have sales items, then you have to group those specific items. So depende dun sa grouping ninyo sa company niyo. And also, by the way, for the items, we are not talking only dun sa mga may physical, may actual item, but also we can create an item para dun sa mga hindi talaga siya item. So for example, I'm talking about yung mga services like paulit-ulit or recurring services such as yung mga professional fees, janitorial fees, yung mga pest and control. So you can set that as an item. Kasi if you will set that as an item, di ba kasi kapag nag-service type ka, you have to select kung ano yung magiging journal entry or debit entry for every AP invoice. So with the use of the item, if hindi naman masyadong nagagamit nila or hindi masyadong familiar with the journal entry kasi usually yung mga nag-journal entry is more in the accounting side lang. So it will be less error in terms of mga journal entries kasi nga automatic na yung journal entry. And then yan, reporting by item group makes it easier to see profitable product lines and to manage inventory more effectively. So aside dun sa mga trade items, pwede mo ding i-breakdown yung mga trade items niyo. So for example, you are selling specific brand. So you are selling Nestle and then another is mga Magnolia. Tama ba? Pareho lang sila. So if you want to check the profitability of a specific group of item, then mabilis mo lang siyang ma-generate through SAP Business One kasi you already have the grouping through item group. And then also, you can use the item group for the GL account determination or yung mga journal entry. Like sa goods receipt, ano yung magiging entry niya, and then for AP invoice, and then for goods issue, and then for goods receipt PO. So that's the importance of the item group. And then another setup for the items is the unit of measure. So it's really important to set up the unit of measure para hindi masyadong confusing. Especially if yung mga items nyo ay several yung units of measure. So an example of that would be you purchase this item as naka-carton and then later on binenta niyo siya naka per piece. So pwede mo siyang i-receive na naka-carton and then i-release niyo siya na naka per piece. So of course, yung price for that carton ay naka-divided by siya kung ilang pieces yung nasa loob ng carton. So in that case, hindi mo na kailangan, yung taga-receive ng items, hindi niya na kailangan ng calculator para i-divide lang ilang piraso to and then saka niya input sa B1. So with the use of UOM group, pwede niyo siyang gawan ng unit of measure na group. So pwedeng in one carton or pwede ka ding may one small carton na 20 pieces and then one medium size na carton which is 50 pieces and then large 70 pieces. So ganun. So as detailed as that, pwede mo siyang i-breakdown. Okay, so this is an example. So yan, may pack and then sa UOM group. So you can change or you can add unit of measure or parang conversion dun sa pinaka setup ng UOM group mo. And then another setup for inventory is the valuation method. So I guess you're familiar with the inventory method. So we have the FIFO and then moving average. So what's the effect of the monetary value to your transactions? For goods receipt PO, so this is your inventory item. For goods receipt PO, it will increase your inventory quantity as well as the monetary value. And then for delivery, of course, lumiliit yung monetary value as well as the quantity of your inventory. So another example is yung mga goods issue. So goods issue, it will also deduct to your quantity as well as the monetary value. And then for the goods receipt, possible if my value, then it will add to the inventory monetary value of your inventory as well as the quantity. Okay, so next slide. We have here the inventory valuation method. So for the inventory valuation methods, we have here the moving average price or depende siya dun sa type ng item nyo. Pwede siyang moving average, pwede siyang first in, first out, o pwede siya na standard cost. So again, depende dun sa rules or dun sa standard ng policies nyo po. Then we also have the warehouses. So for the warehouses, you can set up several warehouse in one database. So an example of that will be, I have one example for construction industry. So aside dun sa pinaka main warehouse nila, so they have this another warehouse para dun sa mga projects nila. So that is to make sure na alam nila kung ilan na yung mga quantities as to releasing na dun sa project, or ilan na yung napunta dun sa warehouse or dun sa project mismo. So it's really important for the construction industry to monitor their construction materials kasi yung iba, though expensive siya agad, but yung iba is marami yung kinukuha or marami yung nawawala ng mga construction materials. So that's why most of the construction industries, ginagawa nila ng warehouse, different warehouse per project or per site. Yan. So we have here an example. Yan, si warehouse or 01 general warehouse. So it will be the quantity of your warehouse will be affected by, of course, the goods receipt, inventory transfer, and then also the delivery. You can break down your warehouse into different bin. So if medyo specific yung mga transactions niyo or yung location nung mga items nyo, then we can make use of the bin location just to make sure na ilalabas yung specific items dun sa specific location or specific bin kung saan siya nakalagay. Or this is also applicable para dun sa mga nagre-retail ng items na dapat dun lang siya sa specific na yon, bin na yon, kasi it requires a specific temperature. So hindi siya dapat bumaba sa -1 yung temperature para hindi siya mabilis masira. So that's why they can make use of the bin location. So just to make sure na tama yung nalagyan na location ng specific items na yon. So that's an example of the bin location. So you can identify like several aisles if you have like aisle 1, aisle 2, aisle 3, aisle 4, and then if there are several shelves, then shelf 1, shelf 2, shelf 3, and then under that shelf meron pang division level 1, level 2, level 3. Okay, so that's for the bin location of warehouse. So another functionality of SAP B1 is a dropship process. So this is applicable if yung mga items na in-order nyo from the supplier is directly delivered siya dun sa mismong warehouse ni supplier. So like hindi na siya dumaan sa general warehouse nyo. So in that case, yung quantity dun sa general warehouse will not be affected kasi naka-dropship siya. So like hindi na talaga siya dumaan. So by the way, you can manage the dropship per serial number and batches. And then another setup for the item master data is serial number and batches. So the serial number and batches is really important if for serial number, if medyo malalaki, or if you need to monitor the specific item, like kung saan siya nabili, kung kanino siya nabenta. So usually, ginagamit siya for warranty purposes. Like if this item is dapat may 1 year siya na warranty, so you need to track kung kanino siya nabenta or kanino siya binili. So used to track individual objects. So this is useful for computers, for jewelry, for mga appliances, para to make sure na if ever may concern, you can track kung kailan siya nabili. Kasi minsan tayo mga consumers, marami tayong ginagawa, so nakakalimutan natin kung kailan nabili. So akala natin under warranty pa siya, but then dun sa mismong store pa lang, hindi na siya under warranty. So the last say is, or kung nawala na yung mga resibo, or hindi na madadala ni consumer yung resibo, so what you will do is itatrack lang yung serial number for that specific item, and then automatic, you can trace kung kanino siya nabenta and then kanino siya nabili, and of course, yung mga information dun sa delivery document. And then another one is yung batches. So for the batches naman, this is helpful para dun sa mga may mga expiration dates. So mga provisions. We have here yung mga milk, yung mga canned goods. So just to make sure na yung mga na-release natin na items for a specific customer is hindi pa siya expired, or if kiniklaim nila na expired, alam natin na hindi talaga siya expired kasi based on our batches, makikita nyo kung kailan siya possible na mag-expire, kailan siya nabili to supplier, and then kailan siya na-deliver. So as detailed as that, you can make use of the batches. So next is the inventory transactions. So under inventory transactions are the movement of your inventories. So may mga papasok, may mga papalabas, and then may mga parang warehouse to warehouse transfer lang. So you can transfer items between warehouse to improve availability. So example of that will be you have warehouse in Bulacan, and then you have warehouse in Alabang, and then later may order si customer, and then nalaman mo na wala na palang laman dito sa specific warehouse, then you can transfer from Bulacan to Alabang. And then another is sometimes you receive items in stock that did not come through the regular purchasing or production process. So an example of that would be yung goods issue, goods receipt natin. So for the goods issue, goods receipt, I guess you're familiar because most of you are users na naman ni SAP B1. We can make use of the goods issue or goods receipt. So goods receipt muna tayo. We can make use of the goods receipt if yung item na yon ay hindi siya binili. So for example, may binigay yung supplier nyo na gift. So medyo madami din yung gift, and then you want to monitor the quantity para malaman mo din kung kanino siya ni-release. So you can make use of the goods receipt. Pwede siya na walang entry kasi naka-zero lang yung value. But if you want to have a value, then you can input the price as well. And then for the construction, for another industry, for example, sa construction, they can make use of the goods receipt for those mga natirang construction materials after nung project. Para ibabalik nila yung cost of construction, i-minus nila yun doon, and then babalik nila sa inventory para magamit nila to another project. So that's another example. Okay, so sometimes stock is issued out of the warehouse as samples or for trade fairs or other marketing purposes. Yan, so that's another example din. Yung mga may trade fairs sa MOA, then maglalabas ng mga items para ipamigay or So that's, for example, marketing expense na yung entry nila doon. So they can make use of the goods issue. So basta palabas, that will be through goods issue. And another most important functionality is yung periodically damaged stock is removed from the warehouse. So we can make use of the goods issue for those damaged stocks. Ang entry nun would be loss on inventory items or loss on stock items. So again, depende sa entry or sa rules ni company. So we have here the warehouse management overview. So as you can see, we have here the transactions from SAP Business One. Goods receipt PO, papasok sa warehouse, delivery, palabas. Goods return from purchasing, palabas. And then we have the sales function, papasok. So yung mga sales return, binabalik sa warehouse. And then we also have the goods receipt. Ayan, so ito yung mga inventory transactions. These are the purchasing transactions. And then these are the order to cash or the revenue transactions. And then under ng goods receipt saka goods issue are the yung mga beginning balances as well as yung mga transfer from warehouse to another warehouse. Yan. So yan basically yung flow or movement ng inventory natin. So again, may papasok, may papalabas, then may transfer lang from one warehouse to another warehouse. Okay. So next is the goods receipt and goods issue. So I guess I've already discussed this na this is specifically used for those items na hindi mo binili or hindi nabenta. So again, yung mga initial to trade fairs or yung mga internal use. So yung iba, ginagamit din to for issuance of office supplies. If you want to monitor kung sinong department yung pinakamagastos ng bond paper, then you can make use of the goods issue. Kasi you have to tag, you can tag the department. And then later, you can generate a profit or loss na nakatag to a specific department. Okay? So for the inventory posting, so for goods receipt, it's a debit to stock account and then credit siya dun sa inventory offset or increase. And then pwede siya other income or again, depende sa rules ng accounting. And then another is yung goods issue, a debit to inventory offset decrease. And then of course, credit siya to stock account kasi minus siya dun sa stock account mo or sa inventory, sa value ng inventory mo. So just make sure na para may entry siya or ma-call mo siya dun sa goods receipt or goods issue, you need to tag those items as inventoriable item. Okay, so ito yung sinasabi ko na inventory item, sales item. So merong iba, yung medyo new users ng SAP Business One. Nagtataka sila bakit pag nag-open ka ng purchase order, hindi mo siya makita yung specific item na yun. That's because hindi mo siya tinag as purchasing item. So para makita mo siya na dun sa mga purchasing documents, you need to tag the item as purchasing item. So example for purchasing documents, mga PO, PR, GRPO, AP invoice. On the other hand, if that item is sales item, para ma-call mo siya to SQ, SO, and AR invoice, then you need to tag that as sales item. Okay, and then this one also, inventory item, just to monitor the quantity. If you don't want to monitor the quantity, then you can untick this inventory item. So, ang example ko kanina is yung mga professional services and then yung mga janitorial services. So, basically, that's the item master data. Okay, excuse me. So, next is, this is the importance of the item master data. So it enables you to manage all the items that you purchase, manufacture, sell, or keep in stock. So for the production module, you can also call the item master data. The way we define that these items are and how they are handled is through the item master data record. And then an item master data record is created for each product and identified with a unique code. So tinatawag natin yung mga item code. So that's the unique code for every item master data. So if napansin nyo, pwedeng magdoble yung item name, pero yung item code, hindi siya pwedeng magdoble. Item master data is at the heart of almost every process in SAP Business One. It controls how the item acts in the sales, purchasing, production, MRP, inventory, and service module. So lahat ng mga transactions, mapa revenue, mapa purchasing, so it will call an item master data. If hindi siya nag-call ng item master data, then your transaction is under service type siya. So an item master data record stores essential information such as if the item is purchased or sold, the price of the item, and inventory level, and how purchasing of the item is forecast and planned. So sa SQ pa lang or sa SO pa lang, pwede mo nang makita if may available ba na item dun sa inventory or dun sa specific warehouse. This data is used automatically by the system in the processes for purchasing, sales, production, managing your warehouse, and accounting. And then items used in accounting or inventory transactions cannot be deleted. So ito yung lagi naming nire-remind every time nag-i-implement kami. So once nagamit na yung transaction, nung item sa isang transaction, di mo na siya ma-delete. But you can set that as inactive. So eto, that's the one important rule. Hindi na siya pwedeng ma-delete yung specific item once may transaction na siya. Minsan, yung mga transactions or yung mga, pag hindi pa final, yung mga item master data na sinesend sa amin, we will make sure na na-review ni client. Kasi if ever hindi na-review, baka kasi may mga na-dobleng items, medyo mahirap mag-monitor if ever may mga dobleng items. Kasi madi-divide yung mga transactions, like from one item to another item. Pwedeng in one sales order, kinol niya si item 001, and then sa second sales order, si item 002. But those are referring to one item lang talaga. So ito yung mga sample for the item categories. So we have the inventory item. So possible siya na inventory item, and then possible din siya na sales item, and then hindi siya purchase item. So you can select or you have the choice kung ano yung mga tagging nyo dun sa item. Kung inventory item lang siya, sales item, purchase item. So example for this is yung asset. Ito, yung kung naka-purchase item lang siya. But yung asset nyo can also be sales item. Kasi if ever binibenta nyo siya at the end of the useful life, then you can use AR invoice to sell a specific asset. Yan. And then another is service for sale. So we have inventory item, sales item. Nakatik lang yung sales item. So an example of that would be like sa amin, we are implementing SAP Business One or other applications. So usually, like yung SAP B1 implementation, we will tag that as sales item only kasi hindi naman namin pinurchase kasi yung mga resources would be kami or yung mga people. So hindi siya purchase item. It's sales item lang. So in that case, yung kailangan lang yan is the revenue account kung saan papasok every time nag-AR invoice. If nagde-delivery kayo, hindi din siya mag-journal entry kasi naka-sales item lang siya. You will have the journal entry lang or journal posting if naka-inventory item siya sa GRPO as well as sa delivery document. And then this one, inventory. So lahat na ng items na tick. So this is applicable for those trade items or yung pag naka-retail ka, of course, binili mo yung item to a specific supplier and then you need to monitor the quantity and then binenta nyo siya ulit to the customer at a markup. So yeah, that's the sample. So we have here the tabs for the item master data. So we have here the general, purchasing, sales data, inventory planning data. So sa purchasing data, you can make use of the preferred vendor if ever yung specific items na yan ay meron na kayo naka-assign na vendor. And then yung purchasing UOM code, and then yan. So also sa sales din, sa sales tab, so meron din dyan nakalagay kung ano yung mga sales UOM code, and then we also have the inventory data. So planning, we have the MRP here, and then properties, remarks, attachment. Usually yung na-encounter namin na questions is pwede ba kaming mag-attach ng picture ng items? Yes, pwede kayo mag-attach ng picture ng items para easily si user makikita niya talaga kung ano yung picture ng actual item. But hindi namin siya nire-recommend kasi medyo mabigat siya dun sa server. So kailangan malaki yung memory, yung capacity ng server niya. So we have here the inventory data tab and stock levels. Not sure if madami na yung gumagamit ito. This is very helpful. Yung in-stock, committed, ordered, saka available. Kasi yung in-stock, ito yung mga na-receive actual. Like sa GRPO, goods receipt. So dito pumapasok siya sa in-stock. And then committed is yung mga na-sales order nyo na pero hindi pa na-deliver. And then ordered na PO na pero hindi pa siya na-deliver ni supplier. So this data is helpful if you want to assess kung as of this date, kaya ko bang i-supply lahat ng mga sales order ko given the delivery date. So, ganun siya. So, in this case, makikita mo dito sa available, okay, kaya niya pang mag-ano kasi may 100 pa siya. Kasi may order ako ng 38. Yan, nandun 10. So, yan. Then, these are the totals based on different warehouses. Okay, so we have here, if you have also, usually ginagamit to sa production, manufacturing, yung mga MRP. So, they will tag the item master data as naka-MRP siya or make siya. Procurement method is to make para pag nag-generate sila ng MRP or ng report, kung ilan yung dapat na i-produce, then you can easily do that kasi naka-set up na siya dito. So that's for the planning data. And then we also have the item properties. So for the item properties, we have 64 properties available. Para to sa mga reporting. Example is yung mga trade items nyo is available lang to a specific area. So aside dun sa item group, may other groupings pa kayo, then you can make use of the 64 properties. So example, yung ilalagay nyo dyan is yung geographical area like sa Luzon, Visayas, and then Mindanao. Or item 001 available. This items is sold only for Visayas and Mindanao. Wala siya sa Luzon. So pwede nyo siyang itik doon. Para dun sa mga reports na gusto nyo makita, you can filter the reports per properties. Yan. So summary na to, item master data controls how an item acts in business processes. The data is used automatically in process for purchasing, sales, production, warehouse management, service, and accounting. And then a master data record used in transaction. Again, ito yung pinaulit-ulit ni SAP na hindi siya pwedeng ma-delete but can be marked as inactive. Item categories control whether an item can be purchased, sold, or stored in inventory. So ito yung purchase item, sales item, or inventory item. The inventory data, ito yung pinakita ko kanina, the in-stock, committed, and ordered. Again, you can make use of this report just to check if kaya pa bang i-accommodate yung order given na ito yung mga sales order, existing sales order, and then ito yung mga na-PO and expected deliveries. Then, yan, available quantities is equal to in-stock plus ordered minus committed. Another transaction is inventory transfer request. So this is a transfer from one warehouse to another warehouse. So an example din dito, best example is yung consignment wherein iniwan nyo lang yung goods dun sa specific partner nyo, but then the ownership of that specific item is nasa sa inyo pa rin. So what we usually do is nilalagyan namin siya ng another warehouse which is parang naka-consign. Para later on, we can generate a report kung ilan yung items for that specific warehouse lang. Okay? And so, warehouse 1, warehouse 2. So, ito, possible siya na may entry or wala siyang entry kasi from one warehouse to another warehouse lang naman siya. You can make use of the inventory transfer request kahit hindi mo na siya i-gamitin yung kasi usually yung ginagawa is inventory transfer lang, wala na yung request. But if you're a big organization and then for every transfer kailangan request and then approval, then you can make use of the inventory transfer request. So, yung quantity lang ng warehouse will be transferred to another warehouse, which is again, yung ownership is sa inyo lang din naman. So, as to financial reports, wala siyang effect. As to ano lang siya, quantity. Tsaka assignment ng warehouse. So, this is for the customer consignment. So key points, summary na tayo. So goods movements are recorded by marketing documents and inventory transactions. So again, the three main inventory transactions are the goods receipt, goods issue, and then the inventory transfer. So, hindi kasama dito yung goods receipt PO, tsaka yung delivery kasi those are transactions na under ng purchasing, tsaka order to cash transactions. Ayan. A warehouse is required on all inventory documents. You cannot enter a business partner on goods receipt or goods issue. So for goods receipt or goods issue, it's more on internal transfer or internal release ng mga items. So again, an example is kung nasira na yung mga items or obsolete na yung mga items, then you can make use of the goods issue para mailabas yung items dun sa warehouse. If ever, parang nasa warehouse pa din siya, but you want to tag those items as obsolete items, then you can create another warehouse na obsolete warehouse para at least makita mo kung ano na yung mga items na nasa loob ng obsolete warehouse. Then, from there, pwede mo na siyang piliin kung ano yung mga ilalabas mo or i-expense out mo na or ilaloss mo na dun sa mga items na yun. Okay? So again, those are just recommendations. And then, depende pa din yun sa rules and policies ng company nyo. So if you activate bin locations for a warehouse, then a bin location is required every time you use that warehouse on inventory document. Though, meron siyang the bin location is standard in SAP Business One, but most of the time, if hindi naman ganun ka-detailed yung setup nyo as to bin location, as to warehouse pala, then hindi namin masyadong nire-recommend yung bin location. It's because every time mag-out or mag-in ka ng item, you have to select the warehouse and then the bin location. So, on the user side, medyo natitidyusan sila. So, kaya pag medyo hindi naman ganun ka detailed talaga yung monitoring as to placement ng mga inventory nyo dun sa warehouse, then hindi na ginagamit yung bin location. All right. And then lastly, we have the physical inventory. So this is specifically for the inventory count. Yan. So inventory counting, again, may module na din si B1 dyan. So all you need to do is select the items na kailangan mong i-count. So here, like A001 and so on. And then the warehouse also. Then you just have to tick. Pwede mo siyang i-freeze ha. Like if you don't want na while counting or like one full day, nagka-count kayo. So para sa mga malalaki talaga yung warehouse. And then like end of the year, so pwede mo i-freeze yung item para hindi nila ma-call to a specific marketing document yung items na yan. Para walang movement talaga at all as to SAP Business One, and then physically wala ding movement yung item. Then automatically once may discrepancy siya, you just have to set kung ilan yung discrepancy. Like for example, gusto mo lang ng parang pag may difference na 5 or may difference na 10 or percentage, then saka lang siya mag-red. So pwede. So as you can see, 1,024 yung na-count niya, and then counted quantity is 1,025. Hindi siya nag-red. But for this one, we have the in-house warehouse, 1,153, and then the counted quantity is 10,000. So masyadong malaki yung discrepancy. Then, automatically, mag-red siya. So, ayan. Then you just have to click OK. So, once na-input mo na yan, usually, ang ginagawa namin dito is, ito, generate and then print. So, once printed, binibigay namin dun sa mga magka-count. Then, after, binabalik sa amin na meron ng mga counted quantity. So, tsaka na siya pinapasok dun sa inventory counting. Again, automatic magre-red siya. And then, you just have to click on. So, yung mga printed na mga documents, then, reference lang talaga siya na yun ay para na na-counted na. So, yun ay mga reference documents. Okay, so after that, pag may counted quantity na, syempre, hahanapin mo ngayon yung variance. So, usually, hindi kami nag-a-adjust hanggat hindi pa namin naiimbestagahan kung ano yung reason ng variance. So, it will take several people, like dapat mag-coordinate si accounting and then the warehouse personnel para mahanap yung item na yun. Meron kasing iba na na-transfer lang siya dun sa another warehouse and then yun, or another warehouse, another bin, or another location. And then kaya once kasi pinost mo na yun, yung discrepancy, or kinorek mo na yung quantity ng inventory na yun ay meron na siyang journal entry. So again, depende sa accounting or depende sa policies nyo kung ano yung magiging journal entry, or depende sa reason ano yung magiging journal entry. So that's why it's really important to double check, to triple check, at ilan pang check bago tayo mag-post ng reconciliation through inventory posting. So this one, copy from inventory counting, and then so makikita mo na dyan yung mga transaction, and then you can input the quantity, or automatic the variance will be posted, tapos i-adjust mo lang yung quantity and then the journal entry as well. Okay, then lastly, we have the inventory audit report. So this is helpful para makita mo yung trail or ano yung mga transactions under that specific inventory module, inventory or item code. So if you want to check kung ano yung mga in and out ng specific item na yan, kunwari si item hydro flask. So, automatically, makikita mo siya kung ano yung mga movement, kailan siya binili, kailan siya pumasok, and then kailan siya na-deliver, ano yung mga specific na delivery document. Yan. So, usually, ito yung pang-check if ever may mga discrepancies. Kasi possible or baka lang, may mga hindi pa posted na mga transactions sa SAP B1. Like, na-delay lang siya ng posting. So, ganun. Again, depende siya dun sa reason. And explains the value changes in inventory accounts, displays only inventory-related transactions in the report. So, this report is very detailed siya. Ayan, so that's it for my presentation for inventory module. But before that, Fila, I will share my screen for a very quick demo lang of inventory module. Okay, so for the inventory module, para lang ma-appreciate niyo siya. I guess you can see my screen already. Ayan. So we have here the item master data. Okay. You can check the item master data, goods receipt PO, through transactions. You just have to click the yellow arrow. Ayan. So you just have to click the yellow arrow and then mapupunta siya dun sa pinaka item master data and then the details. Here are the details of your item master data. Then you can have here yung mga inventory item, sales item. And by the way, this one, hindi nyo siya pwedeng ma-update if ever meron na siyang transactions. Yan, you cannot change the inventory item category. So you have to make sure na upon setup pa lang, medyo tama na talaga siya yung mga setup nyo dun sa item master data. Or else, pwede mo siyang iset as inactive or mag-create ka ng another one which is corrected na siya. And then this one is yung mga item group natin. So we have here sa mga groupings. And then ito din yung sinasabi ko na you can set up a unit of measure group. So para dun sa mga hindi pa familiar dito, I guess marami na yung medyo familiar dito. So you just have to select, ayan. So this is an example. One pack, ito yung smallest. Usually, yung base UOM is the smallest unit of measure. Yan. So base UOM is 1 pack and then small pack and then yan. So under ng 2 small packs, isang pack and then 1 6-pack. So 6 yung nasa loob and then 1 carton, 24 packs and so on and so forth. So you can define a unit of measure dun sa pinaka-detailed. And then to manage the item na naka-serial or naka-batch, you just have to click this under general tab, you just have to click this. Again, you cannot modify an item if ever the tagging of serial and batch number if ever meron na siyang transaction. Yan. Ayan, as you can see, may error na siya. You can modify manage item when the availability quantity is 0 or no serial batch numbers available. Ayan. And then you can tag as on every transaction or every release. So for the transaction, so we have here an example. So for the goods receipt PO, ito yung after ng purchase order, tsaka na-deliver na siya, automatically, once the item is inventoryable, automatically meron na siyang journal entry. So by the way, for the journal entry, this is one of the important points in setting up the item master data kasi dito huhugot ng dito hugot ng journal entry for every transaction. Yung mga may journal entry for every transaction is GRPO, delivery, goods issue, goods receipt, and then goods return as well as sales return po natin. So in this case, the inventory method is, or the GL account is by warehouse. So this is important if ever medyo mali yung mga transactions. Kasi you need to change the setup as well. Ayan. So for inventory data, ayan, makikita mo dito yung set inventory method by warehouse, and then you also have here yung several na warehouse code, and then the in-stock ordered. So makikita mo siya dyan lahat. And then this is the MRP. You just have to set up kung nakanan siya, hindi siya kasama dun sa MRP generation wizard nyo. And then we also have here kung ang procurement method nyo is naka-buy or make. Of course, kung naka-make siya, kasama siya dun sa production order nyo. Yan. So, kasama siya dun sa mga bill of materials. Ganun. So, either finished items siya. Okay, so here are the transactions under inventory transactions. So ito yung mga goods receipt, goods issue, inventory transfer. So I have here the goods receipt sample. So you just have to add, and then pwede mo tong, so example is, so let's create an example. So we have here, ito na lang, si JB Office. So ito yung sinasabi ko na you have to select the account code kung saan siya papasok. So normally, yung iba, pinapasok nila sa other income, though other income is taxable. So ayan, stock difference gain. So pwede siyang stock difference gain, and then you just have to input, and then kung saang warehouse siya. So in that case, you can add na. So since meron siyang unit price, so meron siyang journal entry. Yan. So, nagdedepende siya sa unit price. But, if tatanggalin natin yung unit price, dapat wala siyang journal entry. Ayan. So, wala siyang journal entry kasi posting preview for this document did not result in a journal entry. Kasi nga, nagbe-base sa unit price yung journal entry natin. And then, if you want to out an item, then you can make use of the goods issue. Out siya, not related to any purchasing document or any order to cash na document. So this one, it's a goods issue. So let's check on the journal entry. So we have here a credit, of course, kasi nilabas mo siya, credit to your raw materials, and then a debit to stock difference losses. So again, for this journal entry, it will depend on the rules or policies of the company. And then we also have here the inventory transfer request. So from warehouse 1 to warehouse 2. So this is also important. You can tag the business partner if meron siyang or under siya ng consignment. So pwede ka mag-tag ng business partner dyan. And then from warehouse to another warehouse. So I guess I have one example. So yan, printer label. So from warehouse 1 to warehouse 2. So let's check on printer label sa inventory data. Ayan. So as you can see, warehouse 1, and then meron siyang sa warehouse 2. Siguro nalabas na to. Ayan, 487. Okay, and then we also have here the inventory transfer. For the inventory counting transactions, you just have to select, ayan, inventory counting. And then, yan, so previous record lang. So ito, and then, you can count, so example, Close na kasi yan. So example, this one for tablet PC. Then counted quantity is 0. So pag 7 yan, kita nyo, wala na, hindi na siya nag-read. But if ilalagay ko dito 8, yan, nag-read siya. Kasi may 1 na difference siya. Then you can add. So later, ito kasi, pwede mo siyang i-print ng hide in warehouse quantity. Ayan. So, pwede mong i-hide kung magkano ilan yung quantity na nasa B1. Kasi, tendency, if hindi mo siya i-hide, parang ima-match-match lang siya. Pag medyo tamad yung taga-count, then ima-match-match lang siya na, ay, ito, 1, 1, 1. So, hahanap lang. So, ngayon, if wala siya, ayan, ito, nilagay natin yung counted quantity. Pero wala dito yung SAP B1 quantity. So, ayan. And then, pwede mo siyang diretso copy to inventory posting. So, ayan, you need to investigate ano nangyari, ano yung mga transaction. So, for the investigation, you can make use of the inventory audit report. So, let's make use of the inventory audit report here. Inventory audit report. Ayan. So, the specific item lang tayo. So, for this item, what's this item? 999, you can copy and paste. So you just have to select or input the transactions here. So sa inventory, no. This one. So para matingnan natin yung movement for that specific item. So you can be specific and then click OK. So ito yung mga movement ni tablet PC. Yan. So yan. So opening balance, then 8, and then ito yung in-out natin kanina. Ay, hindi pala. AR invoice siya. So ayan, -1. So the total is 7. So 8 yung count natin kanina. So ito, possible. Baka possible, binalik to. So again, you need to investigate kung ano yung reason. Kasi if ever binalik siya, pwede mo tong i-copy to sales return na siya. Or AR credit memo with quantity posting. So this one is with quantity posting. And then you just have to click yes. My posting date is outside validity. So you just have to make sure na tama yung posting date. Oh. So for this one, you just have to again investigate kung ano yung nangyari. So dito kasi I guess the is the posting date. Hindi lang naka-update yung posting date natin. But you can make use of the AR credit memo para ma-minus siya. And then mabalik siya dun sa pinaka-transaction and then magiging 8 na ulit siya. So in that case, hindi ka na mag-goods issue. Hindi ka na mag-goods issue kasi parang pag goods issue kasi meaning niyan is parang may loss siya. Or again, depende dun sa pinaka-transactions niya. So, sige, tapusin lang natin yung inventory counting at saka inventory posting. So, let's go back to inventory counting. Ayan. And then, copy to inventory posting. So, again, ayan, may variance siya na 1. So, pag, again, yung reason is merong na binalik pero hindi pa naman na-record. So, you can make use of the AR credit memo na with quantity posting. So for this one, ayan, copy from inventory counting na to, and then you just have to, ayan, so variance is 1. So you just have to input the item price. So ito din, you need to identify the item price kasi para dun sa journal entry niya. Example, it's 40. Then you just have to add. So pag sinek mo to, inventory posting list, so meron na siyang 1. And then 0 na yung discrepancy. So dito sa inventory data, yan, 8 na siya. So bumalik na siya to 8. So again, yung inventory posting nyo, make sure na tama yung decision nyo or tama yung reason or tama yung mga ginawa niyo sa SAP B1 based on the actual reason bakit siya may discrepancy. So you can make use of the standard reports of SAP B1 para dun sa mga gusto nyong inventory report. So there are several reports here. So may mga batches and serial and inventory. Wala to. Ito na lang. We have here inventory audit report. Yeah. Wait. So we have here another, serial number plus serial number and transaction report. So ito. So makikita mo dito yung mga in and out. Example, for this one, A006 with serial number A6-01. So makikita mo na binili ko siya kay Far East Imports ng, ilan to? Wait, you can check, ayan, January 10, 2010. Tagal na pala nito. So pumasok siya sa warehouse natin ng January 10, 2010. So you can click on the yellow arrow para makita mo yung pinaka-transaction. Yan. Kasama niya yung HP 600, printer label, memory chip, server point. Then, nabenta natin siya ng January 25 to microchips. Yan. So this is helpful kung mag-check tayo ng mga movement or yung mga warranty, kung under warranty pa ba siya, or like yung may mga complaints. Yan. So, ito, pag chinek niyo lang, makikita niyo na hindi na talaga siya under warranty. So, you just have to check the report for inside the system. Kesa naman, January 10 and then maghahalughog pa kayo ng mga papers ng mga 2010 below para lang makita kung kanino yun ang galing. But with the use of the system, then automatically you can store immediately here or you can check kung kailan siya nabili at sino yung nabentahan niya dun sa specific item niyan. Or if you're using Excel file, syempre mag-iiba ka ng Excel file, so you just have to open another document, but with the use of the system or SAP B1, you can immediately check yung mga inventory reports na kailangan niya. Or you can easily generate inventory reports. So I guess that's it for my presentation this afternoon. Hope you've learned kahit konti. Thank you everyone.
Wow, thank you, That was very informative para sa mga inventory management, no? So gamit na gamit talaga siya. And also, everyone, we all get an assurance that 20 years down the road, SAP Business One is still here and still innovating with all of you in mind. So now, are you up for some quick game? Can I get a thumbs up? Let me call on my colleague from Marketing Department, Hannah Vistal, to warm you up with an icebreaker. Hi, Han.
Hi, thanks, Miss Pila. So now, let's have a quick memory test and let's see how sharp your memory is when it comes to details. So dito po natin malalaman kung sino po sa atin ang mga naka-memory plus gold. So we have prepared 5 items for this game, and all you have to do is to take a good look at the images and spot any differences you see. So you will be given 5 seconds to check each item. Alalahanin po natin na mabuti and chat your answers as soon as you're ready. So the first to type in the correct answer will win 250 pesos worth of GCash from Ark One. So if you're up, can I get a thumbs up, everyone? All right. So let's proceed now for our first item. So you have 5 seconds to check. Be mindful of the details. So the question that you need to answer is, how many people are wearing glasses? I saw some answers popping up in the chat box. All right. Oh, there's a lot of number 3. So the correct answer is Number 3, congratulations. On to our second item. All right, we have here a girl, a smiling little girl. So you have 5 seconds to check. Okay. So here's the question for this item. What color was the bow in her hair? Okay. I can see some answers in the chat box. Ayan. Nakikita ko mga sagot is sky blue, blue, brown. Mga hindi naka-memory plus gold. Okay, so the correct answer is color blue. Congratulations. And now for our third item. All right, we have you got 5 seconds to check. Okay, and the question is, how many people were holding a book? Ilan nga ba yung nakahawak ng libro? Ayan. So, all right. Can we see the correct answer? All right. The correct answer is number 2. On to our fourth item. So we have here a boy. Okay, you have 5 seconds to check. Be mindful of the details. So the question that you need to answer is, what color was the ball the boy was playing with? Ano nga bang color ng ball na nilalaro niya? The answer is color green. Correct. Congratulations. And for the last item, all right, you've got 5 seconds to check. And the question is, what is the girl holding? All right, ang bilis. Ang bilis na sagot. Okay, and the correct answer is flower. So that's it. Thank you to all who joined and congratulations to all the winners for today. For data privacy purposes, we will be emailing the winners to get your GCash numbers. And back to you, Miss Pila.
Okay, thank you so much, Han, for that very engaging game. So I hope it all made us all alive, alert, awake, and enthusiastic for our next speaker. So he is
Yes
the
na
SAP
lang.
Business One technical lead with over 10 years of experience in the IT industry in system and data administration. So let's give a virtual applause to Mr. Arvi Sagoksok. Hi, Arvs.
Hi, Fila. To each and everyone in the call, thank you so much for joining us and good afternoon. My name is Ray Valens Nakoksok, or you can call me RV. I am the SAP Business One Technical Lead of Ark One Solutions. So this afternoon, we're going to discuss the some updates. For example, the server health check that we're usually do annually free to our existing customers, and the pros and cons, and or I mean the usage, or how do we use the remote support platform or RSP, and what is its advantages on using it in our SAP Business One environment. So first is the server health check. We're going to discuss what is the importance of server health check, of doing server health check, components of server health check, the best practices of maintaining server health. By the way, if you have some questions during my discussion, you can always chat in your queries so that we can answer it after the discussion. Okay. So the importance of server health check is one of it is the system performance. So we have to regularly check the server so that we can make sure that the performance is always at the peak level. So that includes the checking of CPU usage, memory utilization, disk space, and network performance. Addressing performance issue promptly ensures optimal system performance and minimizes downtime. So yun, we have to make sure na up and running always and ready to go yung server natin, since our SAP Business One is our one of our core system that we're going to use on our day-to-day transactions. Next one is the data integrity. We want to make sure that it is, or the data that we're going to store in our SAP Business One database is always not or free from data corruption, inconsistencies, and we want to make sure to prevent potential data errors and data loss, which can cause, significant business impacts as we go on. So the third one is security. So we need to assess the security of our server posture and is essential to identify vulnerabilities and ensure compliance with security best practices. So regular health check help us to detect unauthorized access, potential breaches, and security loopholes that could compromise sensitive business data. So we want to avoid na may makaka-access na unknown or unauthorized sa mga data natin, which is prevalent sa panahon ngayon. So we just make sure na secure talaga. So next one is resource utilization. So monitoring resource utilization help us optimizing servers resources effectively. By identifying any inefficiencies or resource bottlenecks, organization can allocate resources more efficiently, potential saving costs and improving overall performance. So this is very crucial to our server, that especially if you are currently on the cloud. So if you're on the cloud, you can always make sure na you can allocate the best resource that you can provide for the server. The next one is system stability. A healthy server leads to increased system stability and reliability. So regular health checks help us identify and resolve issues that could lead to system crash, application failures, or unexpected downtime, and ensure uninterrupted business operations. And the last one is proactive maintenance. So we want to make sure now we can conduct regular checks, allow us to proactive maintenance and preventive measures. By identifying potential issues early on, organization can take proactive steps to mitigate risk and prevent larger problems from occurring, reducing the likelihood for a costly downtime or parang for example, nag-down yung server natin. So before, or we want to make sure na we have steps or mitigations on how we can make sure na lesser yung downtime natin instead na matagal mag-up uli yung SAP Business One natin. So what are the components that we do normally with our server health check? So first is hardware assessment. Though our server health check or the annual free server health check, it is done remotely. We can only check what's happening on the server remotely. So we want to make sure na there is also an IT personnel or any employee that can check the physical assessment or the hardware assessment of your server, just to make sure na everything is put in place, it's not overheating, everything is well taken care of. So hardware assessment, CPU, memory, storage, network, and etc. So the next one is operating system. So make sure na it's up to date as well. So patch level, performance metrics, and security configuration. You can always check yung if there are Windows update, make sure na you can apply it, and make sure as well na hindi siya maka-apekto ng sa ating SAP Business One. So next is the database health. So you can do this one on the MSQL HANA or the Studio. You can check the database size, the performance metrics, index fragmentation. And for SAP specific checks. So we have services status, log analysis, and the one that we're going to next discuss is the server or the remote support platform or RSP. So we can check kung ano yung purpose ba talaga kung bakit ginawa ni SAP Business One ang remote support platform. So what is advantages? So what are the best practices on maintaining our server healthy? So we want to make sure na it is or we have a regular backup and restore testing. So even though now we have backup, we need to check as well na yung backup na yun is gagana talaga. So walang issues or walang siya data discrepancies. So yun. And yun, the next one is software updates and patch management. Aside from the software itself or the operating system, as much as possible, we want to make sure yung SAP version natin, we can upgrade it to the latest patches or latest version. So performance optimization techniques and disaster recovery planning. Any questions so far? Okay, let's proceed to remote support platform for SAP Business One. So SAP or the RSP is a primary support platform for receiving SAP Business One support services. So it is simple, quick to install, and free for customers on maintenance. So no additional hardware is required. So take note on the free for customers on maintenance. So we are planning for this year na we need to roll on or parang di-deploy natin so on our customers na may maintenance to deploy po tong remote support platform because it's a great tool to have on your SAP Business One system. So this supports the latest version, the version 10 for both version 9 and 8.8. This is for both MSQL and SAP HANA. So what are the features that you can do or you can parang magagamit ninyo so in our day-to-day lives with SAP Business One. So the first one is embedded tasks and services. So you can receive and execute SAP related tasks, which is customized solutions. If you have encountered issues and you have an RSP, you can always run that solution through RSP alone. So you have also the health checks for improved performance. Meron din siyang self-healing wizard, support or big file on database transfer. So normally, if you raise a ticket from us and this ticket is or this concern is not solvable on our end, we need to raise this one to SAP level. And once the SAP support deems na need nila ng copy ng database, so what we normally do, we need to set up RSP and there is an option there to upload a copy of your database. Instead na all database or parang lahat ng data yung i-upload, meron lang siyang specific na mga table na needed. So hindi siya ganun. If malaki na yung database nyo, for example, hindi na siya ganun kalaki if ever i-upload natin through RSP. Next features is yung real-time system monitoring. So it has a traffic light indicate application readiness. So I will show you later on parang ano yung look and feel ng RSP. So the system status report provides comprehensive system assessment, automated notification when issues are detected, overview of hardware and software configuration. Meron din siyang overview ng business setup and customization level. Si RSP din, if you don't know, meron din siyang scheduled backup. So I normally set up this one to HANA, SAP HANA na backup or na database. Kasi when it comes to MSQL, wala pa siyang auto-delete. So that's the reason why I only use this one to SAP HANA. So the next one is meron din siyang instance backup for SAP HANA. Meron din siyang mga tasks to check, consistency check to be executed prior to backup. And then meron din siyang backup of attachments automatically. And meron din siyang controlled upgrade. So you can check if meron bang mga latest patch. If ever you're still using 9.0, 9.1, 9.2, 9.3, or even 8 or 8.8 families, there is an option there na you can upgrade. But just to make sure na you can also check na yung hardware po natin is and software is still compatible with SAP Business One version 10. So, we need to further discuss yung real-time monitoring po niya. So, System Status Report provides comprehensive system assessment. So, automatically checks on important system factors such as disk space and backup status. So, meron siyang mga report na you can check if ever there are issues that is relating to your hardware, your backups, or even on your SAP Business One setup or configuration. Meron din siyang detailed information on business setup and customization, overview sa hardware and software configuration, traffic light to visually indicate system readiness and areas that need attention. So reports highlight changes compared to previous reports and parang mag-i-include din siya ng data. So as previously mentioned, meron siyang server health check. So chine-check na niya yung current configuration natin. Meron din siyang mga ang mas nakakaganda nito is meron siyang steps on how to resolve po yung issue natin. If ever yung database natin is running low, meron siyang options doon that you can follow para maging much faster po yung SAP Business One po natin. So meron din siyang accelerated problem resolution with self-healing. So meron siyang mga tasks na pwedeng i-run if ever you encounter this certain concern or issue. You can run the specific task and it will help you correct yung concern natin. Just wanna make sure na we can, or before we apply it to the production database, we wanna make sure as well na we can run it on a test database before production. Meron siyang file or database na uploading. So as previously mentioned, meron siyang mga steps on how to upload SAP Business One copy ng database natin to SAP itself. So meron din siyang mga automatic data maintenance in SAP system. So it provides data on what to do and what are lacking. So you can check kung ano yung resolution or possible resolution ng mga system or mga errors na may encounter natin. So right now, we're going to do, or I'm going to show you yung live demo po ng SAP Business One with RSP. So this is, or let me know if you can see my screen. Just give a thumbs up if you can see my screen right now. Okay. So first, this is the login page of RSP. By the way, this is a separate as user. This is not an SAP user. So wala siyang SAP license na needed. All you have to, the one that we need is parang meron kang maintenance agreement talaga with SAP kasi meron siyang equivalent na SAP technical user that we need to use for us to connect RSP to SAP server. So need to click log on. So you can see here the overview of your SAP Business One databases. So as you can see, meron siya mga green lights. As previously mentioned, meron siyang traffic lights. So green means it's healthy. Red means parang meron siyang concern which needs your attention to resolve that issue. To check yung system report natin, for example, meron tayong concern and we need to check if ever what causes this one. So you just have to click yung report. A new window or a browser window will pop up, and it will have a SAP Business One system status report. So it has the details that you need, the system number, installation number, hardware key, kung anong system type ba to, when yung task nag-run, and when siya na-finish. Okay. So to check if ano yung mga or if ever nag-red po to, you can check po yung ano yung details. So SAP Business One software. If ever this is below version 10, meron siyang red dito, and then it will show you kung bakit siya nag-red kasi hindi siya yung latest version. So meron siyang description. So if ever it's green, version installed is supported and there's no, or wala pa siyang bagong release. If yellow, but meron siyang latest version siya na may latest release. If red, out of support na. Normally, yung version 10 lang ngayon ang may supported kasi nag-end na yung support ng version 9.3, which is the previous version before version 10. You can see as well yung mga naka-install na runtime, SAP Crystal Report version sa mga computer. If ever marami kayong na-installan na SAP Business One clients, makikita din dito yung information nila. Next one is the database information. You can check kung anong type ng database, version, language, yung memory allocation natin, collation, and then yung database natin. Kung healthy pa ba siya, makikita din natin if up-to-date ba yung mga backups natin for this database. You can also check kung if ever malaki na yung log size natin. You can hover it here, and then you can just follow the steps na or description na ibibigay nito para you can make sure na it is the best or optimized settings for your database na suggested by SAP Business One. So next one is hardware and OS information. So if you have a lot of clients, it will show you yung mga client information dito, kung yung host name, yung number of CPUs and memory po nila. If ever may concern or may issue, meron din dito makikita kung. And then, as you can see, meron siyang storage or disk space. So, magkano po yung nagamit and yung free space. And lastly, the business information. You can check it here, yung mga example. May mga number of UDF. So, for this database, there are 4,981 UDFs. And then, mga UDTs, FMS, and number of customized templates or documents. So you can also check yung mga tables na existing for UDFs, number of UDF per table, and the size per date or per table. So it provides you a lot of information that you can use if ever you need to optimize your SAP Business One database. We can also scroll it down. We have the number of users, number of super users, the information, statistics for the master data, ilan ba yung customers natin. If you want to check kung ilang yung customers, ilan yung suppliers, number of tax groups, number of alerts. If you have customized an alert, it will also show it here. The fiscal periods, yung inventory statistics, ilang items ba natin, or yung mga information na needed natin from our SAP Business One. So meron din dito statistics per documents. It also shows you kung may ilan ba yung size or ano bang nakakapaglaki ng or yung pinakamalaking transactions natin. So here on this database, it will show you na yung pinakamalaking transaction natin is yung purchase quotation. Meron din dito, makikita din natin kung if ever may SAP client ba tayo or user na nag-crash for the past 7 days. How many number of crashes, you can also see it here. And lastly, yung support platform. Normally, we don't set it up kaya may error siya. may mga configuration lang na hindi natin kailangan, pero if ever it's read the remote support platform, it's really okay as long as you're currently connected to the SAP client. You can also check kung connected ka ba if meron kang makikitang task dito. So these are the tasks that we previously mentioned. For example, dito is ito, restore an item balance for dropship. If ever meron kayong na-encounter na issue, you can just run it and it will automatically help you resolve po yung issue na na-encounter ninyo. But we highly suggest na i-run po muna ito sa test database and might as well raise it to SAP or sa Ark One. If ever you're already a customer to us, you can raise it to us, and then if we found out na meron siyang concern or meron siyang or it can be resolved to RSP, we just need to run RSP task. Meron din tayong or meron akong sa server namin, I ran this one sa DBBCC check DB. So it will automatically check po yung mga database namin, and may auto shrink din siya ng SBO Common. If you are familiar with the databases inside your SAP, meron siyang SBO Common database that is created automatically when you install SAP Business One. And sometimes lumalaki to. So meron din siyang auto shrink if ever. Meron din siyang mga DB reindex, slow performance in SQL. So meron siyang mga update statistics na option. And if you run those tasks, meron ditong lalabas na result. And as previously mentioned, there's an option for us to upload database. If ever we submitted a ticket to SAP Global under your profile, it will show you if ever they requested for a copy of your database, it will show here na meron tayong need na upload na database. And if ever hindi updated yung SAP Business One ninyo, you can check updates and it will show it here kung ano yung latest version na pwede nyong i-download. You can also check it, but sometimes it is not really advisable to do this. Baka hindi compatible yung SAP Business One version, yung server ninyo. So it is highly advisable na it will be asked to check if compatible pa ba or hindi. Kasi it is just suggestion ng SAP Business One that you need to upgrade your current version. So that ends my presentation. Let me know if you have some questions or clarifications. Just feel free to put in the chat box. Back to you, Fila.
Okay, thank you so much, Arvs, for enlightening us today on the importance of server health check. So what are you waiting for? To all our clients, you may now contact your account managers to get a schedule for the free server health check. Okay, so as mentioned by our CEO earlier, that Ark One will be a one-stop shop for your ICT requirements like business applications, network infrastructure, security infrastructure, unified communications, data storage, whether it will be on-premise or on cloud. Please answer this quick survey form flashed on your screen. Scan it using your camera phones and you will be redirected to a form. And also by answering, you will get an entry so that your name will be included in the Wheel of Fortune for our raffle draw later. And also, we've inputted the link in the chat box. And now I'd like to call on our panelists for today. We have Engineer 𝗜𝗡𝗙𝗥𝗬, Ms. 𝐸𝐵𝐴, Mr. RV Sagoksok, Mr. Glenn Mujeres, Mr. Alain Arabe, Mr. Ruel Abustan, and Ms. Angeline Cepeda. Okay. Can you open your cameras? Okay. So I think I'll do the first question lang, Arvsa, because right after your server health check. May I ask if is RSP free to all customers who are under maintenance or not under maintenance of SAP or with Ark One?
Mm. This is only free to all SAP users that have current maintenance. And it should be novated to us because your profile should be novated to us because we need to check yung technical user or technical ID for us to connect your SAP or RSP to SAP's server.
Okay. So in relation to that also, Arv, what type of SAP Business One license do they need to use for the RSP?
Mm. It is a separate login. So basically, hindi siya need ng SAP license. So during installation, you need to create a separate license or I mean login. So it is outside SAP Business One client login.
Okay, thank you. So we have earlier we have a question from Miss Princess. For server items posted on AR invoice and GRPO, how to clean up the inventory balances so the quantity will not be float on inventory posting list. I think Isa can answer that.
Yeah. So you need to correct your inventory quantity, right? You may use goods issue to zero out all your inventories, but of course, please be mindful of the journal entries that it will generate if you will add a goods issue. And then once you've already finalized the quantity of your items, then you can create a goods receipt. So once you add the goods receipt, then I guess that's your final list or final quantity of the item.
Okay. So for a follow-up question na lang is, can a specific user be restricted to view items using the property?
For 10.0 version, I guess it's specifically per tab. The general authorization is specifically per tab, but for the lower version or the 9 something version, medyo wala pa yun na functionality. Nasa higher version pa lang siya ni B1.
Okay, thank you. So another one, okay. Is there an additional answer for that? Okay. Another question from Belchris. Is there a function in SAP now we can put tally sheet of the received items? Kasi we receive items in a box and there is different weight every box. What do we do is we total the overall weight and yun lang ang ilagay na quantity sa GRPO. Isa can answer that.
It depends. It depends on your items. If medyo uniform yung, for example, in a box, naka-uniform na yung weight and then yung length siguro for that specific box, then maybe we can create a UDF or pwede natin siyang ilagay dun sa item master data mismo. But dun sa item master data na pinakita ko kasi, it is specifically for one item. If you have several packaging for a specific item, then yun, maybe we can create a UDF. So best practice is to put it as UDF in goods receipt PO kasi per document or per transaction magkakaiba-iba yung sizes nung box niyo po unless same siya lahat. One item, same dimensions yung mga box niya.
Okay, sige. Thank you, Is. And another one from Sir Maricho. Is it possible to make a draft entry first in goods issuance and posting will just follow after checking the entry?
Yes, you can also make use of the approval template, sir.
Okay. And then another one from CPAC. Can we still set up UOM groups now even if we have been using SAP for a longer time already? And how does it affect the initial setup of UOM in terms of unit cost?
So for the setup of unit of measure, you have to zero your item in order to create a base UOM and then the packaging UOM. So, hindi siya pwede na i-update mo siya na may laman pa na quantity sa SAP B1 kasi logic is it will confuse the system.
Okay, thank you. And another one from PVL, how can we make a dropship transaction for serially managed items?
You just have to create a dropship na warehouse and then you can tag the transaction as dropship.
Okay. I think we had another a question before from Sir Clint Book. This is, can the system trigger the users if there are items that are about to expire, and can specific bin location of the affected item?
Standard, walang alert, si SAP B1, but you can make use of the query, which is a customized parang query siya, just to, and then add it sa alert. Para once may pa-expire ka na item, then you can add na, or you can make use of the alert from time to time.
Okay, thank you, Is. For a follow-up question of PVL under what serial number should we use since we won't know the serial number yet?
Not sure. Usually upon goods receipt, there's already a serial number, but if you really don't know or wala talagang serial number yung specific item, then you can make use of your own serial number or you can create your own series of serial number.
That is related to dropship items. Yung follow-up question ni PVL.
Okay.
Yun yun.
Okay.
Yun na
Sige.
yun.
So,
Yes.
yun.
Okay, so from Miss Princess, how to create barcodes or QR codes per item?
You just have to set up in the item master data the barcodes per item. And then usually then during the printout the crystal report, there will be a barcode like equivalent to that specific item in the printout, so that yun na yung isa-scan nyo, and then that will set as your barcode.
Okay. So any more questions? We have from CIT. Regarding po sa box na different weights, if using UDF, every goods issue or delivery receipt link na po siya sa specific box na kukunin namin sa system.
Sorry, I just have to read it again. Regarding po sa box sa different weights of using UDF po, so every goods issue of delivery receipt link na po siya sa a specific box. So kunin namin sa system. Again, depende kung may uniform kayo na weight. So based on your question, different weight. So yung UDF will be on GRPO, and then the report will be through Crystal. Through Crystal na siya because it's not standard. The UDF is a customized field, so hindi siya makukuha sa standard.
Okay. And another one from C-Trade. Can we change a bin location which has movement already?
Sorry, if for a specific item, what do you mean change? You want to delete the bin location or change the name of the bin location? If you want to change the location, then that would be possible. If you want to create another or rename the bin location, let me get back to you on that.
Okay, so we will get back to C Trade. Maybe we can email right after this webinar. And from Sir Maricho, currently they are using GRPO for all the items received. However, they are not using the goods as the ones. The boss is asking if they can just use this feature immediately. How will it affect their inventory recording in SAP Business One?
It depends if your transaction is related to sale of items or internal use. If it's sale of items, then we highly recommend to use delivery document or the AR invoice na diretso. But if not for sale items, yeah. If not for sale items, then you can make use of the goods issue. So you just have to tag the specific GL account for the credit, for the debit. And then for the credit, it's automatically the merchandise inventory account.
Okay. So thank you, S. So are there any more questions to be raised? If not, then we are now closing the survey form. But before we do that, or to move forward to the raffle, may I ask our panelists to just give a one-liner to all the clients that's here with us today? Can we start off with Engineer Erwin Padrique and Isa, RV, and down to the sales?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Fila. Thank you, team, for this wonderful webinar. Thank you, customers, for being here today. We are indeed privileged to have you as our customers. Please do feel free to reach out all the time. You can reach us through our help desk, or you can always reach out to your account managers. Maraming salamat.
All right. Thank you everyone for joining the event for today. So one liner. Uh, let let us help you plan and implement your digital journey. We are happy to help you.
Okay. One liner. Thank you everyone. Thank you for taking your time to join us. And if you want, or after this, or we're planning to roll out our server health check, and at the same time we're going to roll out as well the RSP. So for all and additional information, by the way, RSP needs internet connection. So if ever your server has no internet connection, we need to have at least a workstation that can be connected to internet for us to set up properly. Okay. Thank you.
Glenn? 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 Microphone.
One check. Hello. Hi. Yeah, sorry for that one. Hi, may hapon everyone. We are really grateful to have you as our client. So dagang salamat for trusting us with your business. So looking forward for 2024, no, collaborations and the years to come. Dagang salamat.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I would like to take this opportunity. By the way, my name is Elaine. I would like to take this opportunity to encourage everyone, especially here in Visayas and Mindanao, since I'm based here in Visayas, here in Cebu. If you know of friends from other companies who might be needing assistance in their digital transformation journey, please refer them to us, specifically me, since I'm the account manager for a new account. So yeah, let's grow our Ark One family. Let's recruit others. Thank you.
Okay, Ruel or Ange?
Okay. Hello, partners. No, it was a pleasure to have you join us today, and I hope the event provide a valuable insight. So see you again to the in the future event. And if you need assistance, just let me know. My email is in at my back, and or you can directly to our team. Thank you.
Ange. Hello, partners. Hello, everyone. Okay. Thank you for joining us here in our event and uh, in our future coming events din. Sana you will join pa. And one-liner. So, uh, always remember here in Ark One, we always got you covered. Wow. Yes, as always, we will always
Yeah.
have your back. So before we will proceed to the raffle, may I request everyone, especially our clients, may I request for a pictorial to please open your cameras. And we do have RV to be our photographer, our screenshotter pala for today's video. Hi, Arvs.
Hello.
Sige, is everyone opening their cameras already? Okay, so thank you so much for being so game with this. We are so excited to see all of you. Wow, ang dami. So thank you everyone. So RV, are you ready? Our screenshotter for today?
Wait,
Okay, one.
as
Okay, wait
may
pala.
may nag-open pa. So,
Okay,
okay, I think everyone is ready na.
everyone is here. So we are all pretty and handsome. Okay, and one, two,
Two,
three,
three,
smile.
again. One, two, three, smile. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. So I think this is one of the most awaited na the raffle. May I give the floor to Hannah and Glenn for the raffle. Hi, Glenn and Hannah.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Phila. Thank you so much also to those who answered the survey form. So, for our first winner of 500 pesos worth of GCash, we have Miss Bernadette Julian. Congratulations. And to our next winner,
I'm coming through the room, turn the bass up. Y'all been sleeping on me, better wake up. Put your fly gear on, do
we
your
have
makeup, drop it real low.
Miss Stephanie Claire Monteselio. Congratulations. For our third winner, we have Sir Zach Matrigan S. Bowie. Congratulations. For our fourth winner, we have Miss Ivy Marie Boloron. Congratulations. And to our last winner of 500 worth of GCash, congratulations to Sir James Brian Balabis. Congratulations. We will be emailing you to get your GCash number. Back to you, Miss Phil.
Okay, thank you so much, Glenn and Hannah. So that's it for today. And thank you for joining us for today's refresher training. So see you on to the next. We will be having the financials training mga March or April. Okay. So this has been Phila, your host for today. And here in Ark One, we always got you covered. See you. Bye.